Thank you.
This is the Mariners Postcast, your instant game reaction for the Seattle Mariners. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
It's another one of those nights, ladies and gentlemen.
Nope.
We're going to do Unsung Villain tonight. This is your Mariners Postcast. Anderson Hurst here with Christopher Crawford, going live right after every single Mariners game, and sometimes I don't want to, but we have to do it every single game. All right, So let's cut right to the chase. Top of the lineup was absolute awful crap tonight.
Garbage.
Just terrible. 1, 2, 3. You could throw in Polanco too. I know he gets a hit, but very couple really bad at bats. Lucas, the ghost that was Lucas Giolito, is out dueling you. And Logan Gilbert. It sucks that we're not talking about this as much because he comes back, looks pretty dang good. His stuff was there. I saw all the pitches I needed to see. He looks healthy. He gets through 6 innings. Just, couple mistakes. One, not even a mistake to Roman Anthony. That's just a really good swing. And then the second, I forget how they get their second run in, but
I remember.
Okay, all right, let's get to that. But let's talk about this game. What are your original thoughts, and then we'll talk about Logan Gilbert.
So we love to take you behind the scenes here. My power went out when Julio's liner, and it was a liner, gets caught by Ceddanne Rafaela. And I said, oh, thank you, God. That's very nice of you to make me not have to talk about the stupid baseball game. I just really appreciate the thumbs up that I don't have to do this. And no, of course it comes back on. And I just can't abandon my good friend Anders. It's not nice. It's uncouth. It's how many wasted, gosh dang, Logan Gilbert starts have we seen over the last couple of years, man? How many times have we seen Logan Gilbert pitch incredibly effectively and the offense just do absolutely nothing? I joked on opening day that Logan Gilbert should have the right to kick every single Seattle Mariner in the ding dong, and Logan Gilbert should be able to kick every single Seattle Mariner in the unmentionables today because he's not the reason they lost. This offense was pathetic. The decisions from the manager were pathetic. There was one particular defensive play. Do you remember how they scored that second run now, Anders?
Oh, yeah, that's right. I texted it into our group chat. Yes.
Goodness gracious. It's just, and this is my biggest issue with a game like this. They have followed outstanding efforts with absolute horse crap so often over the last few years. Like Sunday was an awesome effort, a complete game, a literal complete game, like where your pitching, your defense, your bullpen, everything was fantastic. And I know pitching and bullpen are the same thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they followed up with this, where one side of the ball was fine, totally fine. And then one side of the ball was absolutely pathetic.
Let's get into it. I want to lead off with something positive, and then we'll dive into the weeds on the offense.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Logan Gilbert. As we always do, we're going to continue to do this. Let's start with the start. Logan Gilbert tonight comes back from the IL, first time pitching since the end of May. End of April. I don't think he pitched in April. Yeah. So yeah, it's been a while for Logan Gilbert. I saw positive signs, but I want to know what you think and what you saw in his return.
Well, first of all, you could go with unsung villain tonight being StatCast because they had no idea what Logan Gilbert was throwing at it.
They said he didn't throw a splitter. I swear my eyes saw like 5 in the first 6 batters.
Unless Logan Gilbert developed a horizontal slider between May and June, no, he was throwing a lot of splitters and he was throwing them well. And it was funny. I had to go briefly run a quick errand, was listening to the game on the radio. Boy, they do a great job, by the way. Not that the TV guys do bad. I'm just saying that the radio stuff kind of gets undersung, I suppose. They were confused too. Like Gary Hill's like, okay, they called that a slider. I don't think that's a slider. I was super confused. But you know who else was confused? The Red Sox hitters. Like outside of Roman Anthony, and congratulations to him, the best prospect in baseball, hitting a homer. I'm sure he would have loved to do it at home, but like getting a chance to do it against one of the best pitchers in baseball, that's pretty cool. I would take my first homer being against a guy like Logan Gilbert. Outside of that, and I do mean outside of that because we'll talk about the triple in a second, Logan Gilbert was phenomenal. 21 swings and misses generated tonight. That's really impressive. His command was pretty solid. Mistake, like you mentioned, I don't think it was even a huge mistake. No. I think it was a nice piece of hitting by Roman Anthony. The hard contact was limited. I thought the command was fine. Honestly, if it wasn't for the fact that I have seen so many of these Seattle Mariner offensive games, I would take today as a positive because this is huge. Getting the Logan Gilbert back that we want, the Logan Gilbert that needs to be that ace of the Seattle Mariners, getting him back and looking like that in his first start back, and again, offense that, yes, is missing Rafi Devers, but there's some really talented hitters on that team. Getting that type of effort today was really impressive. And if you're looking long term, you should be thrilled with the results of at least Logan Gilbert and the pitching tonight.
Yeah.
If you're looking short term, which is what we do every single game, really good idea, Anders. It's a great idea to do this. Like,
it's not my idea. We just got hired for this,
Well, the idea that I've done it for the last 3 years is insane, and I blame you for insinuating such a fabrication. Logan Gilbert was excellent tonight, and he deserved so much better. And what I was really encouraged by too, I thought Gilbert's stuff got better as the game went on. It was fine in the first couple of innings. It really picked up that second time through the order. Logan Gilbert was awesome. You deserve better. Kick every single one of those players in the baby maker.
Yeah, I think he's going to have a little chat with him. Knowing Logan Gilbert, he's not that type of guy. He just goes out and does his job and then, ends up figuring things out later. But
maybe Walter's that kind of guy.
Maybe Walter is that kind of guy.
Go kick him, man. You have every right to just. Have you ever seen the movie Half Baked?
I have, yes.
Okay, the quitting scene, the words that he uses to those people. Yeah. Logan Gilbert has the right to use those words to every single one of those players.
All right, well, let's not bury the lead. I'm gonna do a quick. Let's say hi to our sponsors real quick for today's show, and then we'll talk offense because I want to really kind of dive deep into it. I want to know if this is what you think this team is, or if it's more of what we saw over the weekend. Because who knows who these guys are at this point. But first, let's talk about Supply House. Get the supplies you need from the site made for the skilled trades, Supply House. Whether you're in plumbing, HVAC, or electrical work, Supply House is the reliable way to order products online.
Their easy-to-use website is packed with helpful resources and the latest product info to help you get the job done right. Plus, with a complete inventory of over 200,000 parts from 400-plus top brands, you'll find exactly what you need, delivered fast from coast to coast.
If you need help with an order, Supply House offers expert support and industry-leading service, so you'll always talk to a real person. And for trade pros looking for an extra edge, their free Trade Master program offers exclusive perks like a dedicated phone line, free shipping, and discounts on every order. Thousands of skilled professionals are already taking advantage. Now it's your turn.
Join the Trademaster program today at supplyhouse.com/TM and start ordering plumbing, HVAC, and electrical supplies with just a few clicks. Plus, use promo code SH5 for 5% off your first order. May not sound like a ton. It's a big deal to get that 5% off with the type of products we're talking about, and that's at supplyhouse.com.
Ever check your bank account and wonder, where did all my money go? Between dining out, online shopping, and entertainment, it's easy to lose track. And that's where Monarch Money comes in. Your personal CFO giving you full visibility and control over your finances.
Monarch Money isn't just a budgeting app. It's a complete financial command center. You can track all your accounts, investments, and spending in one place. So you stop just managing your money and start building wealth. There's a lot of time that I save to hate the Seattle Mariners in a game like this when I don't have to look at a bunch of different apps. I could say, oh, I'm spending too much money on, I don't know, wonderful pistachios. And if I'm doing too much, I can look at it and say, oh, I don't need to go through 3 different apps. I can look and see too much. And there's no way to spend too much, by the way. But it is nice that I have that convenience. Everything just in that one app, saving me money and saving me time as well.
Take control of your finances with Monarch Money. Use Locked On MLB at monarchmoney.com for 55% off your first year. That's monarchmoney.com, code Locked On MLB for half off your first year. Okay, let's talk about this offense. Sometimes you have games where you have a lot of hits and then you just don't come through with the right hit in with runners in scoring position. Some days you just never get runners in scoring position and it's just bad all around. It was neither of those things because not only did you only muster 4 hits against a bad average to below average starting pitcher and probably bullpen as well, minus Aroldis Chapman. I mean, he's still a good closer in today's game. But you still had opportunities, even with just 4 hits, to get the job done. And I count at least 3 like big opportunities in the game. I think it was the 3rd inning, the 6th inning, and the 7th inning, I want to say. Sure. And you do nothing with them. And these are just mind-boggling how much this offense seems to struggle in certain moments. And today was the top of the order. JP Crawford gets 2 walks, but I know he kind of kept the line moving in that 6th inning, I want to say. But I feel he also was one of the culprits in the 3rd inning. Huge. And with the bases loaded, nobody out, he strikes out. Julio had one of his worst days of the season. We're going to get to him in a second. But let's start with Cal Raleigh because he lately has been not playing very well offensively, to put it lightly. I haven't looked at his stats in the past couple of weeks, but they can't be good. No. I remember his double on Saturday. Yeah,
maybe and he lined a ball on Sunday as well. That could have been a double, but well played by the right fielder. But
that's kind of what that's all I can remember in terms of like a big hit for Cal Raleigh recently. Which, I mean, he was always going to regress from the 1.2 OPS that he was having for the first 2 months of the season.
Right.
So I'm okay with what's happening with him, but he's like, we're starting to get like, wow, it's not even just like he's not getting balls to fall in anymore. It's like he is swinging at pitches he shouldn't be swinging at.
Oh, really bad swing decisions today from a guy who usually doesn't have a ton of bad swing decisions. I thought today he tried to do too much. And, let's go back to that 3rd inning. I think it was the 3rd inning. 7, 8, 9, all single. And not only single, hit the ball pretty hard. Gashed the ball pretty good. Crawford strikes out. Julio strikes out. Raleigh strikes out. Can't happen. It just can't happen. Somebody there has to put a ball in play so that you get at least 1 run, right? That's probably the worst at bat I've seen from JP Crawford all year. It was just swung at a pitch outside of the zone, which you don't normally see. I can't help but wonder if maybe that grand slam had JP Crawford feeling a certain way, because he kind of looked like he was swinging out of the cleats a little bit there. And
this is what happened all of last year after he had his good 2023.
Yeah. And, I don't want to talk too bad about my son. My son has been so good this year with the stick, but that was really poor. Julio's at bat wasn't much better. And then Big Dumpers was just awful, just absolutely horrific at bats from the guys who can't have bad at bats. Those guys have to be able to get the job done there. To not at least get a run there. How much different are you feeling if this is a 2-1 game in the 3rd inning, right? How much better do you feel about this? But instead, nope, they just flat out failed today. And Big Dumper failed. We can talk about Julio. He failed. I will point out that he hit a ball that had a 620 expected batting average, but who cares, right? It doesn't matter because it didn't get the job done. It flat out didn't get the job done. And I don't give a crap about expected stats when you strike out 15 times and you score 0 runs. I don't care. That's not luck. That's not bad luck. Excuse me.
It's bad at bats.
That's just bad at bats from everybody tonight. Like even the bottom of the order that, gives you those hits. I would say outside of Cole Young, everybody played a poor offensive game today. Every single Seattle Mariner hitter played a poor offensive game today.
And there's some Ben Williamson stands out there, and I understand like his defense.
Love Ben Williamson.
He had an awful strikeout today as well.
Oof, really bad.
Really
bad strikeout. Really bad today. And that's unacceptable because if you are a guy who can't hit for power, you have to put the ball in play. I've held on for long enough. It's 16 minutes. I'm already seeing my internet start to shake. I have to talk about my unsung villain today being Dan Wilson. And you can talk about Julio all you want. The guy's hitting like 340 in June. It's absolutely like crazy to, and we're a daily show. I get it, blah, 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 all that stuff. We talk about it every week. The decision to have Dom Canzone hit against a left-hander in a 2-run game with a couple of batters on is one of the stupidest freaking things that I have ever seen. And I'm just telling you right now, and I hope this bites me in the tuchus, and this is played on every Locked On channel and played on every other channel as well when they win the World Series. Dan Wilson's in-game managing sucks. He is maybe the worst in-game manager in all of baseball right now. You cannot justify to me having Dom Canzone hit in that situation. You can't. Yeah, if you want to say, well, you would have had Dylan Moore. Why is Donovan Solano on this roster if he's not going to hit in that situation? What's the point? Why have Miles Mastrobuoni on your bench if he's not going to hit in that situation? I'd much rather have Miles Mastrobuoni, not a good right-handed hitter at all. There is a better chance of me winning the swimsuit competition at every single stop than there is of Dom Canzone getting a hit against a left-handed reliever. It's pathetic. It's not the reason they lost. It certainly didn't help. It certainly didn't help whatsoever. Giving away outs in that situation is unacceptable. And I know I'm getting loud now. I'm getting more and more angry thinking about it because Dom Canzone flat out cannot. He has a career 456 OPS, Sanders, against left-handers. A 456 OPS. That's pathetic. And you cannot have that situation happen. You flat out cannot have it. And if you want to blame, like my buddy Nelson brings up, that the roster construction here hurts them, right? Because of the fact that you have a platoon player in that situation.
But then what is Solano here for then? Like,
exactly.
Seriously.
Exactly. I just, and maybe I'll hear later that Donovan Solano, except for, as I said a word that I am definitely not allowed to say on this podcast, when I saw him hit against Aroldis Chapman, I screamed, oh, Donovan bleeping Solano is available for this game. I have no doubt that the players love Dan Wilson. I have respect for the job that Dan Wilson has done in some areas, and I respect that my mom thought he was hot as all get out. But he is a terrible in-game manager. Terrible. He is absolutely a terrible in-game manager. And you know how you know he's a terrible in-game manager? Because we are throwing a fit, or at least I am, about not seeing Donovan Solano play in a baseball game.
That's when you know it's gone to blank, as our boy Joey points out. I actually saw this on the TV broadcast as well. He had Solano on deck. So if you remember, he pinch hits Dylan Moore for Rowdy Tellez before that. So it's not that it's like, we can bash all the platoon nonsense you want. Rowdy Tellez is a platoon player. Dylan Moore is a platoon player. Dom Canzone should be a platoon player. Donovan Solano is a platoon player. All these guys should only bat against one side pitching. Okay.
So you might as well do it, right?
It's what they are. It's what they are at this point. So, like, okay, it's not defensible, but at least I understand it more. If you're just going to say, no, I'm leaving these guys in. Hopefully we face a righty by the end of the night. No, literally the batter before, he pinch hits Rowdy Tellez. Who would have been better against the lefty than Dom Canzone?
Without question. Without question. I talked about this when they signed Rowdy Tellez, that like he's not good against lefties. Don't get that twisted. But he's held his own-ish compared to what Luke Raley and Dom Canzone have done against left-handers. They are pitchers hitting when it comes to, and not Shohei Ohtani, by the way. Here's a positive. We got to watch Shohei Ohtani throw 100 miles per hour. I wish I was covering that team instead of this stupid baseball team today. It's an indefensible decision to not pinch hit for Dom Canzone there. It's indefensible.
It's not like like I don't want to have someone play first that isn't ready to play first base. You literally had Donovan Solano, you had Mitch Garver and Dylan Moore.
I forgot about Garver.
Yes,
I forgot about Garver. Oh yes, my gosh.
It's why? Like I get it. We've sung the praises of Dom Canzone these last few nights, right? He's actually looked good at the plate against right-handed pitching since he's been back up, right? And I put my hand raised on Sunday. I was like, hey, I'm as big of a Canzone hater as there is, but he's been good at the plate, and I want to keep seeing him hit in these situations, but not in against lefties. And you guys saw how bad he was. It was an 88-mile-an-hour just meatball, middle, and he pops it up, and it's like barely in the pitcher's mound.
And let me make something clear here. It is not us insulting Dominic Canzone here. It is insulting the manager for putting your players in a position to fail.
Yeah.
Hitting left-handed pitching as a left-handed batter is one of the most difficult things to do in any sport. The baseball looks like it is coming at your head with ungodly movement, and you only see it here and there. You can't get the repetition, especially now in the day of analytical baseball, where we play more platoon advantage stuff, short side, strong side, more than ever before.
Yeah.
So this is not me saying Dom Canzone stinks. It may be later that I say Dom Canzone stinks based on how Dom Canzone has played for his major league career. But why in the world would you let Dom Canzone hit? And Cinnabon, I'm sorry, that's flat out wrong. It is way harder than hitting a righty against a righty. You are seeing a righty against a righty 60 to 70% of the time. It's not even close. It's not even close. Dan, what are you doing, dude? And again, that's not the reason that they lost. They lost today because they could not score runs.
It's because 1 through 4 literally. It's because 1 through 4 sucked tonight offensively.
1 through 4 stunk.
Yeah.
1 through 4 stunk. But in your golden opportunity to finally break through, you have a left-handed hitting Dom Canzone hit against a left-handed reliever. Hard pass.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Hey, is this a good time to bring up that we also didn't get to see Andres Munoz again for now the 8th
I remember Andres Munoz. He plays for the Seattle Mariners, right?
Yeah. And again, that's not why you lost. It's just these are things that can come back to bite you later in the season. I really don't want to get like caught. Like you said it yourself. That's not why we lost. Okay.
Anders, wait. I've got to do this because I might forget to do it.
Okay.
It was great to see Zach Pop on the mound. I thought he had a lot of snap and crackle on his offerings today.
Should I just end the stream now? Should I just end the stream now?
Do you guys get it? Hold the mayo. Snap, crackle, pop. Do you guys get it? Do you remember Rice Krispies?
Rice Krispies are delicious.
They really are.
Cereals. One of my
Cocoa Krispies are really good too. Do they
the best
sponsor us?
Cereal. Yeah.
Oh, Cocoa Puffs are pretty good too.
I like Cocoa Krispies more. Anyways, we're getting off topic. We're talking about the Mariners game here.
Oh, well, let's talk about this. I don't want to talk about this baseball team.
Too bad. That's what we're doing. That's what we signed up for, Chris Crawford. Yeah. Okay. So, yes, I know some of you guys are saying, why are you guys way more Hey, she makes an appearance.
Molly.
She makes an appearance.
Molly wants to say hi to everybody.
So I know a lot of you guys are saying that we're more pissed about the Dom Canzone not pinch hitting for than the clear reason why we lost this game, and it's the 1 through 4 hitters. Which
right?
What else are we going to say about that? We obviously understand.
Exactly.
JP was bad. Julio was awful tonight. Cal was awful tonight, and Polanco was bad. Like
bad.
It's just the way it is. I'm not going to go on some tangent saying that we need to trade them because no, there are guys, and they're gonna be fine. Andy, that is a fantastic comment. We really appreciate you guys hanging out with us. I'm gonna go with my unsung villain. I was gonna do Dom Canzone, but not for the at bat.
Oh, right. We didn't talk about
that. That wasn't his fault. It was I forget. It was the second inning, I think.
Yeah.
And Jarren Duran.
Third inning.
Third inning. Yes, you're right. You got 2 outs, right? Okay, so Logan Gilbert's cruising. Jarren Duran hits a pretty hard hit ball into the corner, and then I don't see it for like a good 15, 20 seconds. I'm like, wait, what happened? Where did Dom Canzone go? Where did the ball go? And Jarren Duran's rounding second base like there's nowhere to even be found. He's such a bad defensive player as well. It's incredibly. Oh my God, my mind goes crazy when I watch him play right field.
Well, and here's the problem with Dom Canzone being on your roster, right? And here's the other reason why this drives me insane that he hit in that situation. If Dom Canzone was one of your better outfielders, I can justify it a little more. Close game, you want to have your best defensive lineman, right? Dom Canzone is an awful defensive player. Awful. Just flat out cannot play the outfield. He really hurt the Mariners in the series against Arizona with some absolute disasters. Right field defense this year has been atrocious. And Victor Robles, I really hope you can have a miracle and come back because boy, oh boy, would he be an upgrade there. Yeah, that was awful. And that was huge too.
Yeah, because there was 2 outs. I forgot to say. So then Abraham Toro singles, an infield single to Cole Young, where if Jarren Duran's on second base, he doesn't score.
Nope. Terrific play by Young. Terrific play. That should have put the runner at third. I believe it's a strikeout the very next batter. If not, it's definitely an out. It keeps it a 1-0 game. And again, we can't say that's the reason the Mariners lost because they didn't score any runs. But how much better are you feeling down 1-0, right? There's no doubt that hitters change the way things go at the plate, whether they should or not, when you're down by multiple runs compared to one, right? There's just no denying. It changes how the Red Sox would have played defense too. You know, it changes a whole bunch of stuff that can't happen. That cannot happen. And boy, I remember, that's funny because and Steve is right. The Mariners are the reason the Mariners lost. I've experienced this so much. Steven, by the way, a longtime Mile Wise supporter. Really appreciate you coming in, saying hi, guys. But man, that was such a disastrous defensive play. He has no instincts, and worse than that, he has no instincts and no speed. So when you can't run and you don't have a good feel for the position, it's okay. It's okay. His best position is first base, is what he was the best at Ohio State. Nelson has loved Sam Haggerty for longer than I have loved Molly. I appreciate that for him. But golly, you know what's great? This has been one of the most fun episodes that we have done so far.
That's true.
Because of you guys. That's it. The Mariners didn't make anything about this
Absolutely
fun.
Not.
But you guys made this fun. My snack crackle punched pop. I can't even say the words. It's that good of a joke.
Well, really appreciate you guys hanging out with us. This was a fun one. We love when we can just when we're going crazy and we're like, God, is this Groundhog Day? We're talking about the same thing over and over and over and over again. We love to just hang out with you guys, and you guys make it a lot better. So really appreciate it. Chris Crawford, any last thoughts?
I think this is a pretty good one for Brian. Dom should play first base in Tacoma when he goes back down. It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea because you're going to have Luke Raley hopefully back in the next week
but
or
he's
so.
only
and
a
Luke Ray-
one-sided batter as well.
Right, but the one thing there is that at least Luke Raley helps you a little bit defensively. He's not like Victor Robles good, and obviously nowhere close to Julio good, but he makes he's Roberto Clemente compared to Dom Canzone, man. That
right
is
field. Yeah.
Oh, it's really bad. But yeah, I don't think it's the worst idea. You got to win tomorrow.
Yeah.
You got to carry. You win 4 out of 5. You still feel pretty good, right? You're still feeling pretty good. Stinks to lose. It stinks to lose in the fashion that they did. And you will, if you win the series, you'll kick yourself because you'll say, oh, they really should have had a sweep. If they had an even remotely decent offensive day, they should have a sweep. But go win tomorrow. Go 4 out of 5. Things could be a lot worse.
Totally agree. Just this is the thing about doing a daily show. You ride the ups and downs of the season. They could easily go out and have a great performance tomorrow, and then we'll be totally good to go. So, Nelgod, I wish.
Hey,
this team makes you do it.
Can we do a little bit of promoting real quick?
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm going to be hosting for Ian Furness on KJR tomorrow from 1 to 3, and I would really appreciate everybody tunes in. Ask a bunch of Mariner questions at their text line. I believe Anders Hurst will be participating with me for a very large portion of that show.
If you let me, yeah.
We'll see. You talked a lot during Mollywop Monday today, and I know
I said like 5 words.
Simply Seattle was still not thrilled about it. They're like, we send stuff to these guys for a reason, man.
Yeah, and they don't.
But yeah, I'd really appreciate you guys checking that out from 1 to 3 tomorrow. Please check it out. Send text. We'll talk a lot of Mariners. I'm going to have Joe Sheehan on the show, which is really exciting.
I know a lot of people are talking about his recent article about Julio Rodriguez. We're definitely going to ask him about that. So I'm interested to see what he says.
I will be sure to ask him about a certain trade that happened on Sunday as well. So that'll be a lot of fun. But yeah, I just wanted to promote that because I don't get a chance to do this very often, and I'm really excited to do it.
Well, I'm excited as well. Come hang out with us tomorrow during the Ian Furness Show on Sports Radio KJR 93.3, but also come hang with us in the Mariners postgame show as you guys do every single night. Really appreciate it. I think it's
Ty and Colby, check their daily show. Sorry, real quick, because we didn't talk about it. Ty and Colby every single weekday doing awesome stuff. And if you haven't checked out his Father's Day episode, please do it. It'll get you right here. Please do check that out because it was really good stuff. And I'm proud of you, Mr. Gonzalez.
Yes, and if you think we hate Dan Wilson, oh boy, do you guys have it in against those guys. So, all right, we've gone long. We'll take up less of your guys' time next time, but we love hanging out with you. So we'll see you guys tomorrow, and go Mariners. We'll hope to get one back tomorrow. Who is it on the mound tomorrow? Who is it on the mound?
It's not Snap, Crackle, Pop. I'll tell you that much. It's Brian Wu against Walker.
It is Brian Wu. Okay, gotcha. Cool. All right. Talk to you guys later. Have a good one.